over, and the catch is made by the left fielder Allen and left, and so that will make the second out very quickly.
Coach, let's take a look at the schedule, or in fact some of the accomplishments I should say this year. Outstanding, as you can see, 19 and 12, and probably a surprise.
Well, at one point in the season, I would have agreed with you. It was a surprise, but as you well know, we had 4 outstanding seniors this year, and Rose, Knox, Huntsinger, and Edwards, and they kept the team together and did an outstanding job down the stretch, and we really hit our stride when it counted, certainly toward the Metro tournament time.
And of course, we can go back and look to maybe the game, I guess, you played in Chicago. Northeastern Illinois is the turning point, and from there you won about 5 or 6 straight, including the Metro tournament.
Yeah, I think at that time of the season, we were a team that was still trying to find itself. You know, it was very well chronicled, some of the injuries and missed games that we had by key individuals, and it seemed like we got away for a couple days, went up to Chicago, played Northeastern Illinois, and everyone kind of had a heart-to-heart discussion with each other, and we came back really focused and just played outstanding basketball down the stretch. And I really feel like at that part in the season, we could have played with anybody in the country, and we certainly pulled off a big upset up at UConn in a very hostile environment, and then gave 7th-ranked Auburn all they could handle at their place. And you know, I'm very proud of the way we finished the season.
This is Mark Etter at the plate, the third baseman. This is hit down in the left field, and it is curving fair. It looked like it might go foul, but it did not, and Etter is in with a double with 2 out in the top of the 7th.
Coach, we were talking to Coach Harden about recruiting classes, his first one, and you had some outstanding seniors this year, and just go right down the list, and they were all outstanding, and Nell Knox, especially the year she had.
Well, they certainly were outstanding this year. Our senior class accomplished some things that will be very difficult for a class to accomplish in the course of their careers. They had 80 wins and 40 losses in the 4 years. Won 5 regular season championship tournaments, won the Metro tournament championship, won the regular season championship, went to the NIT, went to the NCAA, won an NCAA game. It was a real threat to get to the Sweet 16. So we've got a lot of things to measure up to in the future, and we're still working hot and heavy on recruiting right now. We feel like we've got a line on some very good players, but we still haven't put them on the dotted line yet.
And of course, we televised a number of women's games. We did 3 this past year, and you had some on Sports Channel as well, so you're getting a lot of exposure.
Well, we had 9 television games this year, and that's just outstanding. There aren't many men's programs in the United States that can boast 9 television contests, and we certainly are very proud of that, and we hope to continue that in the future. I think it's paid tremendous dividends for our program, and I know that down the road it's going to be even bigger and better things for us with the TV exposure, and we're starting to develop some real fandom out there, and I think the TV has been a big part of that. So we certainly hope that WDRB and Sports Channel and Prime and the people that we dealt with this year will continue looking at the Lady Cards in the future.
Can't forget those weekly appearances on the sports page.
Well, the famous Bud Show, that's a lot of fun. I really appreciate you and all the efforts that you give to that. And it's very difficult putting a 30-minute show together every week, and I know it's a big plus for us in our program with our little 5-6 minutes.
Okay, Kentucky does not get anything on the boards here in the top of the 7th inning, and it closes out 2-1. Bud Childers, thanks for visiting with us here at Cardinal Stadium.
All right, David, and good luck, and hope the Cards can hang on for this 2-1 win.
We'll be back.
2-on-2 Jam City, and I'm the mayor.
Yo, fellas, how about a game of hoops? Hey, what? With you? No, with your mama. Mom?
This guy was good, but he was all dribble.
Say what? Come on, man.
Man, he deserved one of these.
Franchise, want to call Bud? Solid.
So how are you getting to grandmother's house?
Southwest Airlines has fares so low I can afford to fly. Flying Southwest
Must be less than driving to St. Louis, Chicago,
Birmingham,
Kansas City,
Detroit.
New Orleans.
Chicago Midway's only $49.
Is a Boeing 737 faster than a Rambler?
6 hours in the car.
60 minutes on Southwest.
I'll go with the jet.
It's faster.
Chicago's only $49.
No restrictions.
I'd be stupid to drive.
Southwest Airlines at Louisville Airport. It's just plain smart.
Hello, everybody in the stands here at Cardinal Stadium. David Sullivan and Bob Rainey with you for U of L baseball. UK and U of L go to the bottom of the 7th. Louisville on top, 2-1. Kentucky's lone run came on a home run. That was in the top of the 5th. Louisville scored in the bottom of the 1st, in the bottom of the 3rd. And this is Harkins, the center fielder, Sean Harkins.
Harkins,
who's 1 out of 2.
Yeah, he's playing center field tonight. 229 hitter, 2 homers, 29 RBIs. He is 1 for 2.
That's 2 balls and a strike on Harkins from Bowles, who has gone all the way. Both pitchers have started and have stayed in so far and pitched very well. Matt Bowles, the right-hander. Talked about Bowles with control problems the first 2 or 3 innings, but boy, he settled down and he's retired the Cardinals 1, 2, 3 the last 2 innings. And the inning before that ended on a double play. Well, that string of retiring him 1, 2, 3 is over. This is going to be extra bases down in the left field corner, and Harkins picks up a double. That's his 2nd base hit of the night, and a leadoff double for Sean Harkins.
That was just an absolute rocket down the left field line, and no chance for anyone to get it. And Sean Harkins has come to play tonight. His 2nd hit in 3 trips. It looks like a fastball, and he just smacked it. It's the stand-up double. So let's see what the Cardinals can do with the leadoff double by Harkins, and the pitcher Glenn Myers coming up, but not before Keith Madison goes to the mound.
And it'll be a conference also out on the 3rd base line with Gene Baker talking to Myers, the pitcher and designated hitter. But the big meeting right now is on the mound as Keith Madison is singled, it looks like, to the Kentucky bullpen.
It looks like some changes are in order. Let's kind of see what happens to see who goes where or what.
Well, Bowles has pitched 6 complete. Leadoff double in the 7th in a 2-1 game, and he has gone to the bullpen. So the runner on base, of course, is going to be accountable to Bowles.
And we'll try and get the information on this pitcher, and Andy Dunstorf will try and get us all that stuff.
Well, Bowles will exit the game. He pitched well. At this point, he has surrendered 2 runs in 6 innings and has a runner on 2nd that could be charged against that if he were to go in and score.
Brian Reed is the new pitcher for Kentucky in relief of Bowles. Brian Reed is a 6'2" junior, 181-pounder out of Henry Clay High School in Lexington, and we'll try and get you some numbers on him.
Now pitching.
Of course, we mentioned Bowles is responsible for the runner at 2nd base, so he goes 6 full innings.
344 the earned run average for Brian Reed, a right-hander, and a 2-1 record. This will be his 17th appearance on the season. He has 1 save and has pitched 34 innings. So he has been obviously primarily coming in relief. And he will get some warm-up pitches here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Louisville leading Kentucky 2-1. And of course, the Cardinals trying and wanting to capitalize off this leadoff double by Sean Harkins.
So I guess not a bad move by Keith Madison, figuring that the Cardinals, Glenn Myers, isn't going to give up too many runs at this point. He's throwing real well, and they want to try and shut him down. And Bowles really pitched a pretty good game. He had trouble early, but then settled down. He'd retired something like 6 in a row before that double.
Well, it must be that Madison saw something that keyed him to make the change. Now, he'll be facing Myers, who bats left and throws right, and you look at Harkins, number 6, who's on 2nd. Well, we spoke about it earlier in the game tonight. University of Louisville football, Cardinal football, the '93 season opening here at home on September 4th. against San Jose State. And ticket information for season tickets, reserve tickets, $95. The Crunch Zone, the family plan, that's a family of 4 for $200. And if you want to order your tickets for the upcoming football season, 588-5151 is the number to call. Texas on that home schedule, Arizona State. Attractive U of L football season getting ready to come up, and just not that far off. Glenn Myers, 363, the designated hitter and the pitcher tonight. He's 0 for 2, on by a fielder's choice, and grounded out 6-3 in the second.
Cardinals really looking to blow this thing open here. If Glenn Myers can come up with a big hit, I'm sure they feel they can use an insurance run or two to see the numbers on Brian Reed.
Harkins on second. Louisville 2, Kentucky 1. Bottom of the 7th, nobody out. Foul ball.
Brian Reed on the mound for Kentucky. They have another Reed, a Greg Reed, who's from Louisville. Last year, Kentucky did not have any players from Louisville. This year, they have 3. Chris Gonzalez, excellent third baseman, a freshman who's played a lot for the Wildcats, and Adam Shanburn, who's out of Male High School. Gonzalez out of Daw, so they have 3 Louisville players on their squad this year.
The 0-2 pitch. Pitched out, and it's 1-2.
Clint Owens is the on-deck hitter for the Cardinals.
Struck him out, and Myers goes down, 1 away here on the bottom of the 7th. And Owens, who's 0 for 2, hit into a double play last time up.
So Reed comes in and gets Myers on a breaking ball. It just looked like a curveball there.
The catcher.
Bottom dropped right out of it.
Yep.
Clint Owens, 326 average coming in tonight, the junior catcher. 0 for 2. Louisville 2, Kentucky 1, bottom of the 7th. That ball is outside, ball 1.
So Reed didn't waste any time, came right in and got Myers out, struck him out, and looks like a pretty sharp pitcher for the Wildcats.
In 34 innings, he has struck out 49 batters.
Wildcats trying to break a 4-game losing streak. They lost a 3 to Tennessee over the weekend, including a 14-3 loss on Saturday.
1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out.
Kentucky just 2-9 in the SEC, and they've got a lot of SEC games remaining. The Cardinals, meanwhile, they're only 2-8 in the Metro.
Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike now on Owens.
John Kuss is the on-deck batter for the Cardinals against the Wildcats here in the 7th inning.
Count even says it was a called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Owens.
Reed does throw strikes, David. He does.
49 strikeouts in 34 innings. He only has walked 9 in those 34. Very good controlled pitcher, and there'll be a bit of a chat out on the mound between Reed and the catcher Thompson.
They might be going over some signs or something, because it doesn't look like Reed is doing anything wrong out there.
So with 1 out and a 2-2 count and a runner on second and a 1-run Louisville lead, 2-1. Looped out into right center field, and it is caught. What a catch out in center field by Estep, tagging up, going into third, and the runner is safe. And as Sean Harkins is safe at third, that was a nice play in center.
A great play, full extension. The wind, I'm sure, was a factor, making it doubly tough. But Estep was able to make an outstanding play and maybe even save the ball game.
This ball was just fading and dying on it.
Number 1, John Kuss.
Well, that's the defensive play of the game so far. And there's Harkins going in safe at third as the ball bounced loose.
So I guess if we had a something defensive play of the game, that would be it. Outstanding play. And now we know one of the reasons why Coach Madison decided to insert Estep into the lineup.
He's really down to what would amount to his third string center fielder. Abbott gone to mononucleosis. McCord comes in and hits over 380 for him, is out with a pulled muscle, and Estep comes up with a big play in center field.
And that really keeps them in this thing. John Kuss steps up to the plate. And he's got a chance to drive in a run after that leadoff double by Harkins, and Bowles was replaced by Reed, who's come in and shut the Cardinals down. A great defensive play we just saw by Estep, and we'll see what Kuss can do here with a big chance.
So there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Louisville runner on third. Cardinals scored early in this game in the first and the third inning. Kuss was completely fooled on the first offering from Reed, or second offering, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, we were talking about home runs. Last year the Cards hit 109, but they've been out-homered by Kentucky this year, 44-37.
Boy, just caught the outside corner with that pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out, and Reed comes in and gets Kentucky out of trouble, and Louisville does not score in the bottom of the 7th inning. So we go to the 8th. Louisville 2, Kentucky 1.
How do you make fun more fun? The answer's at Paramount's Kings Island. It's everything you've come to expect, plus a real thriller from Hollywood. Top Gun, the roller coaster, only at Paramount's Kings Island, where the magic of the movies meets the thrills of a lifetime.
Now save a full $5 with coupons from McDonald's.
Where's the rule you have to shoot a restaurant commercial in a restaurant? Or show food to know it's good? And who says fine dining has to be a somber affair? Or that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach?
Who says the pretty boy always gets the girl?
I do. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
University of Louisville College baseball here on WDRB Fox 41 tonight. We go to the top of the 8th. Some happy young fans here at Cardinal Stadium. Louisville 2 and Kentucky 1. It has been a well-played baseball game that has seen the Wildcats actually out-hit the Cardinals 6-5. Each team has committed an error.
Kind of a pitcher's duel, and we saw some outstanding relief pitching in the last inning by the Wildcats. Brian Reed came in and got the Cardinals out 1-2-3 after that leadoff double that chased Matt Bowles. And now as the Cats come to bat, it's Pookie Jones leading it off.
Pookie tripled his last time up in the 5th out into left center field. He struck out his other time at bat. So Glenn Myers started the game. He's still on the mound as we go here to the top of the 8th inning. The only run that he has surrendered, the home run to Matt Braga in the 5th. That's ball, and 1-1 is the count.
2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Cardinals, 1 run, 6 hits, and an error for Kentucky.
Kentucky starting quarterback in football, Pookie Jones, trying to make the adjustment into baseball season. He's got football weather. Maybe that'll help.
Well, he couldn't catch up with that heater by Glenn Myers, and if they had the jugs gun in that one, that was pretty close to 90 miles per hour, I would think, and Myers is looking strong.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Pookie Jones. Fouled off. Count remains 1-2.
Dave, as we were discussing during innings, quite a contrast from last year's game, a 12-11 slugfest won by U of L. Here tonight, only 3 runs in the whole game.
The 1-2 offering from Myers. Check swing, foul ball.
And just the 1 home run tonight. Matt Braga leading off the 5th for Kentucky, their only run.
They've had 3 extra base hits off of Myers, the homer by Braga, the triple by Pookie Jones, a double by Etter in the last inning. That is strikeout number 4 for Myers as he gets Pookie Jones going down on strikes to open the 8th.
No doubt Glenn Myers knows how to pitch Pookie Jones. He did get the triple last time, but he strikes out, and that was just a fastball, and he just blew it by him.
He blew 2 fastballs by Pookie this time up. Wasn't going to let him burn him with another extra base hit. So 1 away. Chad Estep, who came into this game without a hit, as he had played very, very little, had only been up to plate about 18 times. He has a hit here, a single tonight, so his average is .050 on the year.
The junior out of Corbin, Kentucky. Nice pitch.
1-1. Caught the outside corner.
Boy, you can see why Glenn Myers is all Metro selection for his arm and his bat. He's really pitching a whale of a game tonight.
That one was inside and tight. 2-1. Estep getting his opportunity to play tonight and has picked up a hit and made a tremendous catch in center field in the last inning.
Now the Cardinals will play at Indiana tomorrow, by the way, 4 o'clock.
That's his 2nd hit of the night. So Kentucky getting good production out of Chad Estep, a basically third string center fielder because of injuries and illness playing tonight. Great defensive play and now 2 base hits.
This looked like a low fastball, and they timed him just right. Punches it into center field. So Kentucky again gets a man on, and they'll go to the top of the order. And the guys that they expect to produce haven't produced tonight. Jeff Michael is coming up now, is 0 for 3.
He's hit into a double play, flied out.
And also Billy Thompson and Brad Henderson have been kind of quiet, and they're scheduled to be coming up pretty soon. So we'll see if they can cash in.
Jeff Michael at the plate, a .344 average on the season. Kentucky trailing Louisville 2-1, top of the 8th at Cardinal Stadium.
In case you're wondering, Estep is